Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I'm so happy to be with you here today for the first day of my summer stamp camp. I'm going to be here with you Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. for stamping fun. So this is my first day. I typically come to you every week on Thursday at 7, and I was able to get my schedule clear enough where I could do this. I've been wanting to do kind of a week of videos ever since the new catalog came out, but you know, with traveling to Norway and doing events and things, which I have to say is something that's just my jam. I do a lot of events. I do them in person, I do them online. It's just the way I roll. So this, I finally got it to where I could see my way to do a whole week of stamping projects with you. And they're going to vary. We're going to do all kinds of different things. Hey, Pat, I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to do a lot of different things this week. I'm going to do some showcases, some online card classes. We're going to play with some kits. Hi, Mary. So we're going to do a lot of different things. The first project tonight, I just want to remind you, I do have a host code. And I will have projects on Thursday that you can earn for free when you place your order. So no matter when you place your order this week, you will still get the projects that I show you on Thursday. This computer. Okay, let's see, I am going to use this stamp set. This was actually in, I think if I recall, last year's holiday catalog. I really like, well, actually, I did a whole cards with a twist on this. I really like the images, but I'm actually going to use one of the greetings on this tonight. And do I have my stamp pad? I'm going to do 3 projects with you tonight, and they're all centered around Designer Series paper. You know, we have this Designer Series paper sale right now, and I'm going to share with you 3 projects that use Designer Series paper scraps. Hey, Shirley, I'm glad you are with us. Let me see if I can find my pretty peacock stamp pad. Okay. So, and I do have, I have inspiration sheets and I have PDF tutorials. They will go out in my newsletters this week, so make sure that you are part of my email news so that you can get these project instructions for free. Now, I've gone ahead and mounted my Get Well Soon. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having some folks that need Get Well cards. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to use, this is one of 2 sets of papers I'm going to use. And don't you love this beautiful chart that one of my assistants, Lena, helped me put together, because this helps me. I was looking at this today and going, okay, I know I want to use one of these pieces. Which one do I want to use? And I knew I wanted to use one of these because I wanted those really bold, bright flowers. So, you know, if you do something like this, these are 2-inch by 2-inch pieces. And it doesn't matter whether you're a demonstrator or whether you're just or whether you're a crafter. Hey, Velma, I'm glad you're here with me. But this is a really good design tool as well as a tool to share like a product with someone who might be interested in the paper. Look at the number of colors in this paper. It's just so pretty. Now, I'm going to start with a little set of the papers. Now, like I said, this is scraps, but these are scraps that match. So you can see where I've just kind of whacked them. And hey, Barb, I'm glad you're here with me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back them on a piece of fresh freesia. So what I did was I picked up one of the colors in here. There's a little bit of fresh freesia in each piece. So I'm just going to slide this in like so. And what I find is, to be honest, this piece of paper is a little busy for me. It's a little bold and bright for me. But by cutting it and breaking it up a little bit, I find that it works really, really well in calming down the pattern. So anytime I do this, so you can see this was my piece, and I've This is like 1 1/16 pieces. They're not even 1 1/8. They're like 1 1/16 pieces. And they are 4 inches in length. So what I find anytime you have a set of 3 like this, hey, Yolanda, I'm glad you're here with me. I just eyeball it. I know you can get your ruler out and all of that. I tend to just, live dangerously, eyeball it, go for it. I'm not a super exacting crafter, and most of the time it works. Sometimes, I do get my rulers out for various things, but sometimes you just kind of go for it. So you see how that little bit of fresh freesia kind of calms things down a little bit. Now when I go to put this together, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to ask for your input, your design input. It's one of the things I love doing with my Facebook Lives. So I have a couple of options. I think I'm going to do this. And then I think I'm going to put that on a Lost Lagoon card base. Now, grab a bone folder. I got a couple of things I'm going to do before I stick this down. So this is what I think I'm going to do. And you see how that Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to actually offset it. You see how that Lost Lagoon and the white kind of calm everything down, which is what I'm wanting to do. Now, the other thing I could do is I could just eliminate the basic white layer, and I could put it just directly on a basic white card base. So that's my other option. I could just go directly to the white and not even add that other bit of color. And I do like that. Let me get another mat. I think this might look better underneath here. No, actually, this is just more white. I don't know if that shows better or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I do that, before I set it down, is I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm either going to take this pool party ribbon, or I'm just kind of showing you the different colors, or I'm going to take this Lost Lagoon ribbon. So I could bring in more of that Lost Lagoon, but sometimes it gets to be too much of the same color. I think if I was going with the white card base, hey Twyla, I'm glad you're here, I would just go with the Lost Lagoon. I think if I was doing the Lost Lagoon card base, it might be too much Lost Lagoon, and I might bring in the lighter pool party. So I'm open to discussion on that. The other thing I wanted to show you, I was kind of digging around in my retired ribbon drawer, and I found a couple of other things. So if you have this paper, some other ideas for you. This is the Fresh Freesia ribbon that just retired, and look how pretty that looks. So I'm probably not going to use that because I'm going to put this on my blog. Okay, so Pat likes the pool party. Okay, now I'm going to show you one other thing. I was really digging into my, this was from my Paper Pumpkin ribbons, and look how pretty, that is pretty peacock, and I think that's really rich and would be really pretty. Okay, now Velma likes the Lost Lagoon background, and let's see, can I read the rest of your, let me see if I can read the rest of your comment. You're liking the Lost Lagoon background and ribbon. Okay. So we've got one vote for the pool party and one vote for the Lost Lagoon. So tell me, give me one more vote, and then we are going to go for it. Velma's crazy. Okay, what I'm going to do is we've settled on, we're going to use the Lost Lagoon background. We're going to use this white layer. Okay, now we have one more vote for Lost Lagoon, and we have one more vote for pool party. We're still at a standstill. Okay, so let's put our get well soon, and I'm actually using Pretty Peacock here, and I like this nice clear clean font, and I'm just going to go right down here in the lower right hand corner. And okay, more votes for Okay, somebody likes the pretty peacock ribbon, which I do too. So just ideas on, sometimes these velvet ribbons are a little difficult to use, but if you just made a strip, you see how pretty that would be? Just a strip there. Okay, let's see. Lost Lagoon card base and ribbon. Okay, 1 Lost Lagoon, 2 Lost Lagoon, 3 Lost Lagoon. Okay, 1 pool party, 2 pool party, 3 pool party. I think we're well, you know what? Let's just match. Let's go ahead and match. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wrap it just around the bit here with the designer series paper. And like I said, if you want these measurements, I will have them in my newsletter. So make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter. And I do like to, rather than putting it in the center, this whole card we're doing kind of off kilter. And we don't want things too matchy-matchy. We want them, we want to have some interest. So there, did I get it on straight? I think we did. And we're going to offset it like so. And then we're going to put that on there. Now, isn't that a pretty Get Well card? I mean, it's really simple. This is using your strips of designer series paper. We all have them. But I did use them where they form a little picture. Now, you could do them with all contrasting pieces or, like a crazy quilt kind of a look. But I do think that when you have really strong patterned paper like this, it's a great way to use it is to break it up a little bit. Okay, Joyce likes my card. Yay. Now we're going to add a little bit of a ribbon knot here. And you know what? I didn't even bring any bling over here. I'm not totally sure. We need maybe just a tiny little bit. Let's see. Okay, so Twyla likes this. And really, the method in my madness on this is to give you ideas on how to use your ribbon scraps. We all have them. And we all kind of look at those and go, I don't want to throw it away, particularly when you have, these are 4-inch lengths. And so, yeah, I'm liking that a lot. And I think I want just a really subtle bit of embellishment. So, I think I know exactly what I want to use. What I really want to use, that's a brand new pack. I had an open pack. Let's see if I can locate it. Because I think these little guys right here would look really pretty. Let's see what else I've got in my little bag of tricks here. Oh, well, now that would be really subtle. But I think I want now I could pick up the Fresh Freesia, but I think I really want these. You know what? I was using these at an event this weekend. Let me see. I did a retreat with some of my leaders this weekend, and we were doing all kinds of things. So let's see. You can see I was playing with one of our kits. That would actually look really pretty in here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to open this new package. See, this is the problem. I end up with 4 new packages open because of this exact reason right here. I can't find what I'm looking for, so I just open another one. Ask Pat, she'll tell you. She knows my ways. Okay. Oh, that's why I likes the Fresh Freesia. Well, it would, because this is really, really subtle. And the Fresh Freesia would brighten it up a little bit because that ends up being, I think it's a good call, Twyla, because this adds a lot of the same color. And yeah, Pat's going, yeah, she does. I knew Pat would be happy to throw me under the bus. This will brighten it just a little bit. Although having said that, there's a lot of color here. So let's just go, Look at there. So pretty. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I think we're done. Okay. So there we have it, the first card made with strips of Designer Series paper. And we were using Masterfully Made. And we used Ringed with Nature, which is, I don't have the, this is just the bundle price with the, because this has a really cool hybrid embossing folder that goes with it. Okay, so there's card number one. Get well soon. I think anybody would be happy to receive this. Really easy to make, easy on your nerves, and mails for a single stamp. Okay, so now we're going to use this paper for our second and third projects. So we're going to do two projects, kind of the same. So this Inked Botanicals only has 5 colors, and it does have a very vanilla background. Now it also has, look how many pieces. So this is a 6x6 stack. It is also in the sale. Hey Crystal, I'm glad you're here. This is our first card that we made. We're doing all designer paper scraps tonight. So we're going to make 2 more cards. And I'm using mainly just a greeting to go with our Designer Series paper cards. And I have just kind of been using this at the weekend and really, really loving this Phrases for All. It is a $21 stamp set. Really, really affordable. Super good for the guys, for the girls, for the kids. I love the big, bold, very clean, clear font. Okay. Now we're going to be using some Lost Lagoon again. And we are going to be using very vanilla. So I have already pre-cut these. And these are 4x1. And I've got 5 of them. And we're just going to line them up like so. And this time we are going to put just a tiny, tiny little, just a hair of space between them. And you can see that, oh, I don't think I want to do that. Let's see. I think we're going to go, this is where you get to play with the patterns a little bit and just have fun with them. So I think I want to do this. And you do want to have kind of a rhyme and a reason to your pattern. You don't want to slapdash it. So my rhyme and reason is these 2 pieces have all 3 colors. These 2 pieces are Calypso Coral, and this one in the center just has the Calypso Coral and the Crushed Curry. So I'm going to go once again, pull that apart. And this time I probably need to get this in the center. I can live dangerously only so much of the time, and then I need to kind of rein it in. So let's see. I think that if we put this right about, I think that is, oh, is that right? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I think we're in the center. We'll find out. Okay, so now we're going to go with the, I mean, these are such pretty patterns. I really like all the sides. And this, again, I'm just kind of showing you how, is this 4? This I'm wanting to put on here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I probably should have cut these a little bit longer, but that's okay. Good enough for government work, as my daddy used to say. So let's just pop them right here. We're going to have a little bit more on these ends than we do on the other ends, but I think it's going to be okay. Let's see. These are really, really pretty colors. To me, they kind of take you from summer into fall. Now, you see, this is where I'm going to wiggle them a little bit because, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Just a little tiny hint of that, what do you call it, Lost Lagoon peeking through. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to put this. This is like 4 1/8 by 3 5/8. No, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it's a really tight fit, almost on, just almost the edge, just a wee tiny bit of Very Vanilla peeking out from either side. And there we go. Okay, now I have a piece of, now I'm bringing in my pool party. Now I can take this tag and I can do this vertical card. Now let's see. Lori said she has seen some people do this and offset each strip. Oh, so they overlap a bit. We might do that on the next one. We could also go horizontal. I kind of like it that way because you can see more of the designer paper. So let me know what you think. If you like it portrait or landscape, if you like it vertical or horizontal, because while you're weighing in on that, I am going to take this really pretty thank you. And you know, that has enough ink being delivered that I think I better get my mat out. Okay, everybody's saying landscape. Okay, landscape it is. I like it when we have a clear preference. So there's my thank you. And then, look how pretty that is. I love it. Love, love, love this stamp set. Again, this is called Phrases for All. Yeah, I got a little bit of a wonky end up there. And you know what? I'm going to trim it. It'll probably end up being crooked and it'll bother me. But, you know, say la vie. I think it's going to bother me if I don't trim it. So we'll see. Haha, got it. Okay. This is going to go up on dimensionals, and this is just a super, let me put this dark behind there so you can see my little vanilla edge coming around. Now, of course, my dimensionals got legs. There we go. So these are super simple. It's all about the math. Well, it's not all about the math. It is first of all about the math, and then it's about the arrangement. So yes, exactly, Pat, that is where I'm going. I'm taking that Lost Lagoon ribbon. You are on it. Now she wants to put it through the hole, and I'm a little bit of a lazy stamper, so I usually like to take it and put it on top of the hole. So what I'm going to do is, this Lost Lagoon ribbon is almost like a canvas, and it's kind of faded. So it's really nice. It's a casual ribbon, and I like it a lot. But this is kind of the hallmark of Stampin' Up! Products. You see that coordination of the colors. Everything just works so well together that it takes the guesswork out of matching things and just makes it all work together. Not my ribbon scissors, but look at that. You see there? I mean, isn't that just simple, clean? Oh, Pat loves this card. Yay. That makes me happy. Now, we are going to grab one of these and just pop it right there and right there. Super simple. This is leftover designer paper strips, or you can be very strategic and you can make a whole stack of these by just stacking your designer paper together, slicing it, you know, at 1 inch dimensions, and then just laying them out and going for it. So this would be super simple. And I know some of you don't like making the same card over and over, but maybe you need like 25 thank you cards. This would be the way where you can just play with the different designs and have a lot of fun with it. Now I am going to bring in these festive pearls, and because I don't want anything super shiny on here, but see how that just adds just a subtle something something. And these festive pearls I'm using on the add-on for my Christmas card class, and I think they're really elegant and really pretty. So Shirley likes this. She loves I think the color palette's really pretty. Now we're going to do another one with the same set of papers, but with a totally different look. So here's card number 1, and here's card number 2. You can see my whole theme tonight is designer paper strips. Let's do one more with using the same supplies. We're going to use a Very Vanilla. Now this is the thick card base. Anytime I'm using the vanilla or white as the base, I like to use the thick. It just has a heftier feel to it. It's the same thickness as all of our other things that we use as our regular cardstock. Now I'm going to take my same tag, and I'm going to use the same color ink and the same greeting, this nice, clean, bold thank you, just like so. And we are going to flip those designer series papers over. And oh, Crystal, thank you. I'm glad you like my nails. I'd given them a little bit of a rest for a few days. They were looking a bit ragged, and then it was time to get some polish back on them. Now I'm going to take the same layer. So this is the same things that I did here, but look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to use all pieces from the Lost Lagoon and the Pool Party. So my aim is to put those down, put this like so, and then put this like so. Much more monochromatic, very soft, using exact same supplies as this card, which is much more bright and cheery. But I think this has a real elegance to it that I like a lot. Now I could also, I could flip it and go this way. But I do like the landscape size. So let me grab a different ruler over here. I think, let's see. Can I find it? I have centering rulers that I really like to use, but they're small and sometimes I can't lay my hand on them. I'll use that. Okay, we'll just go with it. Now, we could actually kind of offset them like this and do them a little bit helter-skelter. We could do them where, like what Lori was talking about, where we overlap them a little bit. But if we did, I'd need another one. So what do y'all think? Okay, now Twyla likes this look. It is very soft. Very soft and pretty. But see, look what's on the other side, It would still be pretty soft. Well, we could go all yellow. So this is fun paper to use. But I think we're just going to kind of go with it straight. So let's start with the center one. And I went with, I'm wanting to use this for fall cards because there's some really pretty leaf patterns on some of these. So I like having this kind of almost solid one in the center. And then let's see if I've got, let's go like this. And let's see if I centered it fairly well. This time I did, this time I did better. Okay. So now, if you like blues, this is a really good set of papers for you, because you have a lot of blues, and then you have, these are the greeny blues, but then you also have some really nice colors that will kind of highlight the blues, really make those blues shine. So there we go. You can see that my cutting was a little bit off. Hello there, Jill. Jill was at my team leaders retreat this weekend. We had a lot of fun, and we were dialed in on seeing what we can do to make our businesses better. Those of us who like to run this, we like to do classes and things. You know, you can be a demonstrator and never do a class. So just really in fact, the vast majority of demonstrators do not do classes. So our amazing starter kit special right now, you could add some of these papers to it, and then you would save money on the papers and you'd get free shipping. So, you know, you choose 155 of these sale papers, anything else you want. You could get the big cut and emboss machine, you get the mini machine, and you still have money to spend because you only paid $99 plus tax. It's an amazing deal. So that is going to go there. Is that not soft and pretty? And I just love it. Okay, I need some dimensionals. Focus candy. Here we go. So we're just going to put a few dimensionals on the back. And this is much more of a monochromatic card. Although it is Pool Party and Lost Lagoon, they are counterparts of one another. They're what we used to call color duos or dynamic duos back in the day. When I first started stamping with Stampin' Up, they had a color wheel, and we had dynamic duos, and they really helped you because you could see what was the dark and light counterpart of each other, because some people struggle with that. Color for me is my strength. But for some people, they look at that and they go, I can't tell which is the light and which is the dark unless you actually put it together and show them. So I need my ribbon scissors. Let me see. You know, when I was growing up, my mother sewed everything I wore, including my winter coat, my underwear, pajamas, everything. She was an excellent seamstress. And man, I had the fear of God in me when it came to scissors. You use certain scissors for paper and certain scissors for fabric, and you did not mix them because it dulls them. We use scissors for paper, it's fine, but you don't, the scissors for ribbon, there's something about crossing it back and forth that dulls them. Now, this is the exact same card with all the same supplies. So yeah, Pat loves this one. Yeah, they're really, really soft. Both are really soft and pretty, but you have the boldness of that Calypso Coral in here. I think I am going to add these little, instead of adding, well, let's see what we think. I think that instead of adding these pearls, because it's so much of the same color, well, let's see. Maybe we're going to like it that way. Oh, it's actually really nice. I think we're going to keep it. So we're just going to, whoopsie, add that in like so. Now remember, if you are one of my newsletter subscribers, you will get all the measurements for this. I'm going to have a PDF tutorial for these. You know, sometimes more is more, sometimes less is more. I think we're just going to kind of keep this going. I think I need a few more. They're really small, and I think when you have a small embellishment, you can get away with adding a little bit more. And we're just kind of raining down pearls. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3 cards, all using strips of Designer Series paper. These 2 cards use exactly the same supplies. And so it shows you how you can take 1 pack of Designer Series paper and just get some really different looks. And then the first card stands on its own and really showing you how you can take this super busy paper that has really strong colors, but split it into strips, still keeping my pattern together. And but then it just calms it all down. When you have really strong colors like this and you put it against white, it helps to calm it down. So there we have it. First night of Stamp Camp, all Designer Series paper cards, all about, first of all, the math. You first of all have to have the dimensions right, But then it's about playing with the patterns and getting them into a place where they're very visually pleasing. And I think we managed to do it here using all really soft colors and really soft patterns. Here we mixed the soft colors with the brighter, and so we had quite a bit of contrast there. So I thank you very much. You guys are giving me a lot of love tonight, which I appreciate. Of course, the common theme tonight was the Lost Lagoon ribbon. We used it in all 3 cards. We used Lost Lagoon cardstock in all 3 cards, but 2 sets of designer series paper. Let me just show you one more time. This is the Masterfully Made, which I used on the first card. And then Inked Botanicals is what I used on cards 2 and 3. And my host code is here. The projects I'm going to share with you Thursday night are the free project packs you'll be able to earn for free. When you place an order this week with my host code, again, I will be on here Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. all week. Well, Monday through Friday. Partly this is because I'm going to see my grandkids next week. Now, this is my older grandkids that are in Virginia, and we're going to be gone. We leave Sunday afternoon, and we come back Friday. So I'm going to be gone for almost a whole week, and I can't wait to hug their necks, play lots of board games. Olivia's 13. Jonah turns 12 next month, and Abby is 9. So we'll be playing a lot of Monopoly, be playing Grabalo. Well, I usually, you know what I do? I like to take a bunch of little prizes, and we play bingo. We play Grandma's Bingo. So that is it for tonight. Don't forget to join me again tomorrow at 7 p.m. for more stamping fun. Take care and God bless.